I would like to thank the officers and members of the Philippine Association of Nutrition Incorporated for this gracious invitation that you have extended me to speak here this afternoon. And I have one celebrating nutrition on this month of July. I'm very glad to join you, the participants of the 65th Annual Convention of the PAN, for I see how the event has gathered together practitioners and agents of nutrition, health, food, science, agriculture, and education from the different parts of our country, including participants from the local government units, such as our barangay chairpersons. The diversity amongst the attendees in this convention is a clear demonstration of your enthusiasm to achieve the common objective, being able to adapt to climate change in the attainment of food and nutrition security. And the constitution of the participants today just goes to show how extensive are the necessary changes, initiatives, and how extensive the challenges that we face, because we involve even R&D, we involve those who are doing R&D in science, nutritional R&D, those who are talking about agriculture, and that very large issue that faces all of us, and that is climate change. I was just commenting before coming up that it is remarkable that even when we talk about the nutritional health of our people, that climate change nevertheless seems to interject itself even at that issue at a very grassroots level. The sessions that you have had during your two-day conference has inevitably enlightened you and updated you on the current situation of our changing environment and how it affects our sources of sustenance. Likewise, I am inspired that you have spoken about remedies, intervention programs, and innovative practices that can help alleviate hunger and undernourishment in our communities. These discussions have certainly served as an added opportunity for you to exchange insights and ideas that are intimately related to your respective fields, which could then be most useful in the attainment of this goal of this convention. At this point, from my point of view, allow me to cite the problem as we see it by quoting the statistics of hunger in the Philippines, which are derived from the survey conducted by the SWS for the second quarter of the year. The SWS classifies hunger into three categories: overall, moderate, and severe. There are still an estimated 4.8 million families who suffer from lack of food. The same declining percentage was taken from those categorized as moderately hungry, who are represented by an estimated 3.7 million families. As to the severely hungry, it is estimated to be around 1.2 million families. In the latest population census conducted by the NSO as of May 2010, we Filipinos are now reportedly totaling about 92,337,852. This gives you an indication of how large the problem is. But that is a snapshot. That is a snapshot in a moment of time, what our statistics here for 2010. What will be our population in the future is indicated by the NSO also reports that the 2010 population is higher by 15.83 million than it was, whereas the 2000 total population was 76.51 million, and the 1990 population was barely 60.70 million. So we can see that if we extrapolate those figures, that this problem of population growth will continue at this rate. And at this rate, then we will fall further and further behind unless we come up with some programs, with some policies that will address the problem at every level at which it is involved. And again, we bring it all the way down to the grassroots level, where we're looking at children and families and their conditions. But furthermore, we are also looking to the agricultural R&D. We are also looking to better distribution. We are also looking, once again, at climate change. To all the dynamic workers the healthcare workers who are here with us today, you have the expertise to constantly introduce and encourage the residents in the communities you serve to observe proper dietary values and habits. It behooves us all to sustain the passion to act on programs and undertake projects that are within our capacity to effectively upgrade and improve the nutrition standards of our fellow Filipinos. It is something that in my time as governor of Ilocos Norte, that we ran into, and it was remarkable for me. It came, nalaman ko itong problema ito, noong tinitingnan namin yung mga, lalo na yung mga unwed mothers. Doon nagsimula yung aking pananaw dito sa itong problema na ito. Dahil nung tinitingnan namin, sinasabi namin, tinitingnan namin, tinuturuan namin kung paano yung prenatal nutrition nila. And also after, while the child is still not weaned from its mother. But another aspect of it that was shocking to me was how little the young mothers knew of what to feed their children. How little the young mothers knew of how to take care of their children. And I thought that if this higher risk group of people were not getting the assistance, were not getting the instruction and the guidance, and the access to proper nutrition for them and for their child, then the situation all through our society must be quite severe. And that is why it is extremely important that these aspects be brought together so that you, as nutritionists, you, as healthcare workers, can put together a policy that government can implement so that we provide not only the information, not only the instruction, not only the latest research and development into what is good, but also access to the proper foods. And as we have seen, because we have become more conscious in the past few years, not only here in the Philippines, but all around the world, as we have become more conscious, those of us who always try to be attentive to the new developments in the world of nutrition, there is a great deal of confusion because the theories have I was going to say change, but let me say that they do evolve. And what was good for us, or what you nutritionists were telling us was good for us 10 years ago, we now have a very different basket of good food that we recommend to all our people. And it is, I think, very insightful of your organization to bring all of those elements together. Because if one of those elements are weak, and as they say, a changed strength is only as strong as its weakest link. And if any of those elements are the weakest link, then our program, our policy, our effort to implement this nutritional program will have failed. So in closing, I would like to sincerely thank you all once again for inviting me to share with you some thoughts on the topic of climate change in relation to food and nutrition security. These issues are indeed close to my heart, as they come under the sphere of agriculture, one of the main advocacies of my office. And it is something that I have learned a great deal about, again, having been an administrator in local government and seeing the actual conditions on the ground. Let me end by exhorting all of you to live and lead a happy and healthy lifestyle. And I wish you continued success in your endeavors to inspire and enable communities to adapt to climate change towards food and nutrition security. Keep up the good work. Your country needs you. Maraming salamat.